Hey there, Cancer. I hope you guys are doing really well. I want to go ahead and get into an Oracle Tarot reading for you. These are general readings. Not every message is going to resonate for you. Apply what does. Yeah, and if you want to like, share, subscribe, great. And yeah, if you want a personal reading, you can contact me at thealtruisticmystic@gmail.com. All of the information is in the description box below. So, Cancer, your Oracle energy is message in a bottle. This is about receiving messages, but it's also about listening. It's about hearing. It's about perception. And like oftentimes you may find inspiration within messages that you receive out of the blue, inspired messages, random messages. You're, talking to a stranger and suddenly they mention something and it like triggers a chain of events in your head, which inspires you in a different direction. So it's just asking for you to be available to what you're hearing about situations in your life. If you have a lack of clarity in anything, it's asking for you to listen. Also, too, this can indicate actual conversations and communication as well. So if you're receiving or if you're giving communication, it's all in there, okay? With your family and community, you have the Empress energy. This is generally pretty good. This is mother energy, feminine energy, wife, pregnant energy. This can also talk about somebody who's in your life that may be giving you their wisdom or giving you advice, giving you pieces of their abundance. This person is very specific in your life. They would likely be helpful in your success or your security. So there may be an energy of that. This also could be swear to God, this is testing my patience. Every single reading, I don't know what's going on this street. There's just like so much road work right now, and they're of course using this street for that. So there's massive trucks. So I apologize if there's like a bunch of beeping or stupidity outside of the window. It just is what it is. And every time I pause a reading to like start it up again, it ends up like stopping the whole thing. So I'm not going to pause it. Anyways, a very positive energy in your life, though, that is influential to you in a good way. You may also be receiving a message from this person that helps secure something in your life as well. They're very supportive and very caring of you and your well-being. In regard to health energy here, you have the Queen of Wands in reverse, Woman of Wands in reverse here. This is an energy of... It can be an energy of neglect, self-neglect. This can also be kind of stuck in a pattern where maybe we've experienced life in a negative way within our physical body, our physical health, and like, we're like, oh, I'm just destined to be like sickly, or I'm destined to be something. It's asking for you to challenge that energy, Cancer. If you are hypercritical about your physical body, it's saying, hey, give me some grace, be kind here. I mean, if you think about the Empress here, usually the Empress is also seen as the booby doll, the fertility goddess, the Venus of Willendorf type energy. And so that's not a skinny person. That's not a skinny body. Like, that's a robust, present, in your face, abundant, juicy body. It's embraced. And in cultures before ours, that was the body type to be embraced. It says, I'm not starving. I'm not in a famine. People feed me. I feed me. It denotes energies of power and presence and femininity, womanhood. Even if you're a man, it's just about abundance and being present within your physical being. Here, though, in health of the Queen of Wands in reverse, this could be very like rigid views on how you experience your physical body. This can be an aspect of neglect when we're neglecting ourselves and we just don't have the energy to do it, or we just have like given up. It's saying, pay attention. This body, this vessel that you are in is for your benefit. If it's not functioning properly, we need to pay attention. For some of you, this can also, because it's right next to the Empress and it's right next to the Moon, your next card here for finances and career, the Moon. This can talk about periods of gestation or a situation where we are having difficulty. I'm tapping this card, so maybe for somebody we're having difficulties getting pregnant, Cancer, or like difficulties with our reproductive health. So this may be a situation where it's like we need to see somebody or a specialist or something like that, you know. Anyways, that is the energy here. It's paying attention to your health in a healthy way, in a mindful way, and not like tearing yourself down, not talking poorly about yourself, not neglecting your physical body. This can also just be very drained and lacking energy. Okay. For your finances and your career, you do have the Moon. This is Pisces, Cancer energy. This is about a lack of clarity. It's about, you know, not really seeing what's going on. You know, it's like there's more beneath the surface. And if you look, you may find it. But sometimes it will just remain concealed. This can talk about situations that are done in the dark. It can talk about, you know, if you have a boss, maybe they don't tell you everything. Maybe there's a little bit of like, you know, neglect on that part. You know, so it's like you have to kind of just like embrace your environment and like take it in through your environment to get cues. So either way though, it's asking for you to have clarity when it comes to your work. This can also talk about being exhausted at work, being so like inundated with work that like the way that we take time away and we kind of like recuperate from work sometimes can require us, or we find ourselves drinking or like doing drugs or like dissociating, you know, neglecting our physical health. You know, there may be an aspect of that with work as well, especially if we're unhappy or if there's any aspects of our work that leave us emotionally drained or emotionally confused. There may be situations regarding deception as well, so be mindful of that. I'm not trying to freak people out, just that's what the card and energy are. In regard to relationships, connections, whether these are romantic, platonic, however you choose to experience them or what you're dealing with, you have the Man of Crystals. This is the King of Pentacles here. I'm sorry, King of Swords. Crystals in this deck are swords. So the King of Swords is generally a very direct and blunt energy. They're very, you know, if they are in a relationship, they're usually dedicated, but also not very expressive with their emotions. If you are single and you're open to dating, this may be, your energy might be having a difficulty connecting to people just because you keep yourself very reserved or you're not sharing everything that you feel. It's like a difficulty with the transference of like head and heart. It's more like logical approach. Like, I don't want to show my cards too quickly. I don't want to like show that I have feelings here. Like maybe I really do have feelings and I'm just like keeping it cool. But that can throw people off, Cancer. That can be a hindrance, actually. It can get the wrong read on you, you know. So it's asking for you to be more expressive, you know, in what you need and how you feel. Some of you may be connecting to an air sign person. This would be a Libra, a Gemini, or Aquarian. Either way, though, this person, when they are in a relationship, generally, you know, they may not be the most outwardly expressive about their feelings, but when they dedicate themselves, they dedicate themselves. And so they become devoted partners, which is good. And if you are in a partnership with an air sign like this, with a King of Swords, this person may be very dedicated to you or your family or that direction and sphere in your world, but also it may be difficult to communicate with them. You may have to be like always guessing, you know. Usually it's more like, what is it, the love styles, you know, like what is your love style? What is your love language? This person would be like acts of service, or like, I'm going to show you, I'm going to do things that affect you in a positive way, but through those actions, I'm showing you, you know, maybe, or maybe they tell you, who knows, but it's less lovey-dovey. It's more like action oriented, you know, and so you know that they love you because they take out the trash, you know, they clean the cat box, they like do the things that you don't want to do. Maybe they're not expressive about it, but that's how you know they love you, You know, it's weird like that. So maybe for you, it's like having to cipher through those you know, actions to kind of like receive like the love that you are receiving. It's just maybe not the way that you might want it. So you might need to have an expressive communication with your partner saying, hey, listen, I need you to like touch me. I need you to hold me. I need you to kiss me. I need you to like, you know, touch me. So not to say that they don't touch you, but it's needing to redefine how this person connects with you, because I feel like they may be doing one thing thinking that they're expressing the way that you need love, when you're like, I need something different. Voice your opinion, voice your thoughts there. For what you don't see coming, Cancer, you have the Lovers. The Lovers is the Lovers. It's Gemini energy. This can be a potential relationship coming into your life that might be a risk for you to engage in. This may also be a situation, because it's so close to the King of Swords and because it's so close to the moon, that like maybe you may have an opportunity in your life with a person that may just be overwhelming, and so you're shutting off, you're shutting down, you're not expressing, you're not like giving this person an inkling of how you actually feel. You're just detached, and that can actually work against you. So here it's saying be mindful of challenging yourself to express. Be mindful of taking a risk and engaging yourself with the situation, because it could be positive. If it's not a love relationship, it can also be an opportunity that is coming into your life that you may absolutely love. This could be, you know, if you've got a lack of clarity in your work, if you have the moon here in your work sphere and you're just like, I just don't know what I'm dealing with here, it may be you just decide to leave that. It may be you just decide to say, I'm going to take a chance on something that I actually love and that I could grow to love. I could build that energy here. And it's taking a risk, but you put your future into your own hands. That's very much about this King of Swords energy too. They take chances. You know, they take chances and they go the extra steps, because they can see their directive and they approach it in a way that's digestible and attainable. And so it may be choosing something new in your life. Again, being inspired by the energy, the messages, the voices in your head, inspired messages through people, through strangers, through infomercials, whatever it is, a tarot reader on YouTube, imagine that. Yeah, it's saying open yourself up to the potential and possibility of connecting with something in a different way, or a different person in a different way, because it may prove to knock your socks off. It may prove to provide some really beautiful experiences in your life that you otherwise were overthinking. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope that this reading is helpful. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. And if you want a personal reading, you can contact me at thealtruisticmystic@gmail.com. All of that information is in the description box below. Take care.